Issei was basking in his sleep, surrounded by soft, voluminous, yet resilient spherical objects. What could they be? Of course, only the meaning of his life. However, something from the outside broke through the half-sleep, invading his personal paradise. Get up! Get up! In his dream, the desirable spheres of lust occupied him from all sides. He was in heaven. However, two insistent voices, vaguely reminiscent of his alarm clock, sounded again. Or I will kill you, or I will kill you. That's his yandere alarm for you, but that wasn't the problem. Something was causing alarm. A feeling of déjà vu wouldn't leave him alone. Wake up, or I'll slice you into sausages. Wake up, or you'll wish for such an easy end. A dragon's roar thundered in his ear. Bang! The next second, Issei was once again thrown out of bed, face first onto the floor. Snapping out of his fantasies instantly, he rubbed his long-suffering nose. This familiar method of waking up immediately cleared his head. He turned toward the person who had once again committed this devilish act. And of course, it was his sister. But she was acting strange. Breathless, bags under her eyes, and judging by her gaze, ready to tear him apart. What's wrong this time? Get up now! Hurry! She screamed into his ear, grabbed the collar of his t-shirt, and pulled his body into a vertical position. Huh? When did my sister get so strong? She began examining him from all sides, thoroughly, after which she ordered him to undress. Yes, she ordered him. Sometimes such a metal tone would slip into her voice that he was physically unable to resist. Shameful as it was true. Moreover, he felt an inner conviction that he was not the only one subject to this. Her behavior was unsettling, and he tried to ask what happened, but instead he heard another growl and instantly realized that it was best not to contradict her right now. He pulled off his t-shirt and was left in just his underwear. His sister began running her palms over his body. She examined him literally from all sides. He even felt embarrassed by such close attention. During the examination, she pinched him here and there, poked him in different spots, especially around his abdomen, and then she peeked into his underwear. Huh! She smirked crookedly and let go of the elastic band, putting them back in place. What are you doing? Issei blushed, covered his groin with his hands, and turned away. However, the dilemma of forbidden love was interrupted by a powerful backhand to the head. Issei was practically slammed down by the force put into it. What are you imagining, pervert? Don't flatter yourself, as if your little toy for you-know-what is worth hiding. Right, now turn around and sit on the floor. Hurry! His body reflexively reacted to the steel notes in her voice, and he automatically sat in the Seiza position, on his knees. Issei's sister is definitely strange today. Then came the strange questions. Where he was yesterday, what he was doing, and so on. He told her everything just as it was. He was out on a date with Yuma-chan, and then, suddenly, a shiver ran through him. For some reason, he felt scared, and he unconsciously clutched his stomach. No, nonsense. Just a stupid dream. If Yuma-chan had done that, he certainly wouldn't be sitting here. Besides, he felt perfectly fine. Issei said that he walked her home, and that was it. Yes, he lied to his sister, but what else could he say? That he didn't remember? Or tell her about that stupid dream? Besides, it was just a dream. Surely that's how it all ended. He decided to call her later and find out what really happened. Everything was somehow strange. Why didn't he remember anything? His sister frowned at his words, but said nothing more. They parted ways on that note. At the family breakfast, she behaved as usual. The next few days passed quite strangely. Absolutely inexplicable nonsense. No one remembered Yuma-chan. Not Matsuda, not Murahama, no one. But he definitely showed her to them. It was the moment of his ascension. Even when he asked his sister, she just made her usual innocent face, and that was all. He tried calling, the number did not exist. In general, everything was deeply strange. The only clue was that strange dream. Yuma-chan killed him in it. Complete nonsense. And also, at the last moment, he suddenly heard his sister's voice. That was also ridiculous. Who has their own sister show up on a date? Something else also bothered him. He saw Rios Grimory senpai a few times, and for some reason, he felt drawn to her. But at the same time, a feeling of apprehension persisted, as if a mortal like him was looking at a higher being. Feelings of admiration and fear intertwined into a single cocktail. A very unusual sensation. No, he had always admired her, of course. She was definitely the school's #1 beauty. And in terms of popularity, only 2 people could compare with her, the student council president and his sister. He had always admired Ria senpai, but this time something had changed. However, there was good news too. Another fundamental change had occurred. Something was happening to his senses. For example, like this. Hey, Matsuda, is this spot safe to sneak into? Will no one notice us? Whispered his bespectacled friend Motahama. It's all good. I scouted everything yesterday. No one knows about this spot yet. I stumbled upon it by chance. Lucky! The 3 of them were fumbling with old storage room keys. We'll open it now. The wall opposite is thin. A few holes will be easy to make. The basketball girls will be ours. You're brilliant. What a lucky find. Issei stood nearby and suddenly heard external voices as if through the wall. Are they definitely going to be here? I'm tired of waiting. Yes, definitely. Mika slipped the keys to one of the perverts. He took the bait. A cold sweat broke out on Issei. The voices were coming right through the wall where they stood. But the guys apparently didn't hear them at all. Shh! Wait! Do you hear that? I think it's them. Come on, let's jump them. Issei immediately grabbed both friends by the collars and darted with them into the classroom next door, tightly closing the door. Bang! The neighboring door burst open with a booming sound. Footsteps. Many feet rushed out. They're not here. No way. Seriously? They were supposed to be here. Hey girls, maybe enough fooling around. How long have we been stuck here? Let's go practice instead. Darn it. I really wanted to teach those perverts a lesson while Tani-sama is not at school. After that incident, his friends looked at him with round eyes and praised Issei's pervert's intuition. Not that it was an unpleasant feeling. Amazingly, he could now hear what people were saying even in neighboring classrooms, and if he concentrated, even further away. His other senses had also sharpened, although his head ached strangely in the mornings now, and he felt a general sluggishness. But besides the good things, he also began noticing some oddities. He had a feeling that he was being followed. Oh, sorry, buddy. Step aside. Suddenly, some burly porter crashed into him. It would have been nothing, but as soon as the man turned the corner, first one reporting, made contact with the pervert subject, noticed nothing unusual, Over. First, continue observation. Anya-san ordered it. Or when he passed by a car wash and was sprayed with a jet of water. Yo, sorry, buddy. Are you okay? Some guy with a Yakuza-like face ran up. Listen, it was an accident. Want to come in and dry off? Tease on me. The guy broke into a smile, missing a few teeth. No, thanks. I'll go. I live nearby. Issei immediately ran away. But as soon as he got away, he heard it again. Second one, reporting. Pervert subject shows no unusual activity. Report to Anya-san that her order. Issei took off and fled from that place as far as possible. And this happened more than once. He started being stalked by strange people who looked like Yakuza everywhere he went. He had heard about this in the news, how someone was stalking pretty girls or idols. Issei had envied the stalkers back then. He could understand their feelings. He wouldn't have minded trying it himself if the target were someone like Ria-senpai or Akeno-senpai. But he never thought he would be the target. Were these some gay jocks? What did they want to do with his innocent body which had yet to experience real female breasts? He didn't know what to do and told Matsuda and Motohama everything. Ha 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 ha, Issei, you're hilarious. Maybe you should take a day off from porn. You're starting to hallucinate. Though I've never seen symptoms like this. Wow, what did you do to get your own personal stalker? Buddy, give me advice. I want some cutie to stalk me too. Any cutie. Well, what else did he expect from them? In the end, Issei tried to avoid unfamiliar places, and everywhere he saw muscular men, he steered clear. That's why he was returning home so late from his friends tonight. Huh, what's going on? Maybe it really is hallucinations. He shook his head, and then he started jogging. There was one more change. He started feeling much better at night. Everything came easily. His head cleared, and his body filled with energy. He ran along the park alley on the outskirts, not getting tired at all. His endurance was off the charts. Yeah, at this speed, he could probably escape any pervert. Issei stopped, trying to catch his breath, and someone's voice caught up to him. Whose are you? No mark. An exile, perhaps. A male voice. Issei looked back. A man wrapped in a coat was standing there. A chill immediately ran through Issei. Just a freezing sensation. His breath caught. He couldn't move. The man's gaze seemed to pierce right through him. What the? Issei had never experienced anything like it. He gathered himself and cautiously backed away. Things were clearly bad. This guy seemed the most dangerous of anyone he had met before. A maniac, perhaps? How creepy. He felt like he was facing a predatory beast bearing its fangs. Danger was radiating off of him. Is this the mythical killing intent? It doesn't feel anything like they describe it in anime and manga. He had problems much more serious than a stalker victim. What did this guy want to do to him? I have to run, now. Issei turned and ran for his life. What? Decided to run? Pathetic attempt. Ha ha ha. Laughter echoed after him. Issei kept running at the highest possible speed, and after a while, the fountain square appeared. He didn't even notice turning there. It's Yuma-chan's spot. As soon as that thought crossed his mind, a new wave of shivers ran down his spine. He turned around. Black feathers floated before his eyes, carried by light gusts of wind. The next moment, the same guy appeared in front of him. What? And something about his appearance had changed. Behind him were black wings. What? A cosplayer? No way. Cosplayers definitely can't fly, unless they are gay maniacs. This is bad, 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 bad. Looks like I'm really caught this time. The guy began to approach. Something glittered in his hand. Particles of light formed in his palm, taking shape. And the next moment, a spear appeared out of nowhere. Amazing! What kind of special effects are these? Wait, for some reason, the situation felt very familiar. Time to say your farewells. He raised the spear. Bang, 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 ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Suddenly, sharp sounds rang out from the direction of the park. Asphalt chips flew into the air. Something hit the spear and it scattered into sparks. "Who dares interfere?" the man shouted. Issei didn't know what was happening, but he wasn't going to miss this chance. He turned around and rushed away. He ran with all his might. But then, a moment later, he felt a familiar burning sensation in his stomach. He looked down. An exactly familiar spear was sticking out of his abdomen. Ah! Ah! It hurts! It hurts so much! He grabbed it with his hands in an attempt to pull it out, but smoke billowed from beneath him. He quickly pulled his hands back. They were covered in severe burns. A river of blood was oozing from the wound. All he could do was stare blankly at the hole made in him. Did you think you could slip away with the noise? Naive! Ha ha ha! The man's laugh was heard. Automatic gunshots rang out again. That was it. This was the end. Hope scattered into shards just as suddenly as it had appeared. I only wanted to touch some real boobs. Was that really too much to ask for? Is this the end? But the edge of his consciousness caught something. A light pattern appeared on the ground, and a red flash illuminated the space. And from it emerged the girl of his dreams, the red-haired Valkyrie. Only her last phrase managed to imprint itself in his mind. "Who dared lay a hand on my servant?"